Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back with a brand new video, and today this is really a redo of the video I posted roughly a week ago of the WWE Legend Series Big Van Vader. The last one was a little clunky. I had the actually did the physical unboxing on camera, and as usual, the unboxings do not go quite as planned. So this is going to be a much shorter video, really just to the point, and just reviewing this figure. So here it is, the Vader, Big Van Vader, actually go by the actual title. It's the WWE Legend Series 8, I believe it's Series 8, Big Van Vader Elite. And the figure itself is just wonderful, really some good size to it. And of course, being that Vader was a pretty large wrestler, this figure is a larger than I won't say larger than the norm, but it just has just a good feel to it, some good size. And as we see from this outfit, this is the outfit that Vader wore primarily in Japan. Back in the 90s, Vader was one of the biggest foreign stars in Japan, specifically New Japan Pro Wrestling, but he also made some stops in All Japan Wrestling. And this outfit, you have the primary black, and then you have the red. Just red lightning bolts. Looks like they are lightning bolts style stripes throughout it. Same on the mask. And I really commend the folks at Mattel just for the accuracy of this figure. You know, they could have easily went with the standard Vader attire that most fans remember from his stints in WCW and the WWE in the 90s, but going with this Japanese outfit was really a nice touch. And even just with the boots, and you have the knee pads, and just a really good figure. And for the accessories, I'm gonna bring those into view. We have a replaceable head, and this is of course the Vader that well, of course this is Vader's face. Very accurate. I mean, the head scan on this, from the facials, the eyes, the mustache, beard, and even his unique haircut, the kind of I guess you call it the side mohawkish look he had. I mean, the head is very excellent head scan. And to me, and then we also have the Vader mask. And of course, if you grew up watching wrestling in the 90s, this mask is instantly recognizable. And then we have the removable hands, which are standard for interchangeable hands, which are standard for any elite figure. And then to me, this is the real treat: the classic Vader headgear. I mean, oh my gosh! Matter of fact, let's just put it on right now. To me, this makes the figure. Vader was one. He was one of the most intimidating wrestlers, period, just because of his wrestling style and the success he had. And just, he was a WCW world champion. He was a champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was a champion, I mean, just about literally everywhere he went, with the exception of WWE. He was a world champion competitor. And especially when Vader had big matches on pay-per-view matches or big matches on TV, when he came out with this headgear, it was so memorable because smoke would come from it, and it was just instantly something that you just never forgot when you saw it. And I'm just going to just see how it looks on the figure. Just turn around. So it's the mastodon. So as you see, you have the mastodon horns and the snout, and then just the spikes on the side. Well, spikes throughout, spikes on both shoulders and then the front. And just really, I mean, this headgear is just remarkable. And I got this figure back in May, because I had got it shortly, actually the same day I graduated from my master's program. After the ceremony, my wife and I were on the way back home. We stopped by Target, and they were just rolling out the Series 8 figures, and they had this one, and I had to get it. I mean, this is probably the most, in the top 10 figures I've gotten this year. I mean, when I saw that these, this figure was coming out, I made up in my mind I had to get it as soon as possible, and I'm glad that I did. Was not a super hard figure to find. As far as with this figure was actually more than. The funny thing is that when I got it from Target, it was the only one in stock. And then in the weeks, ensuing weeks, as I would go to more Targets, I would see this figure more and more. So, but I'm just glad I got it. This figure is beautiful. And that's pretty much all that I have to show you guys. Again, just want to keep this really basic, really brief. And again, just thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please check out my Instagram at JD Collectible. I post things on an almost daily basis. So again, just check that out for more of my collection of wrestling figures, wrestling magazines, anime DVDs, and just all other kinds of wrestling, anime, nerdy memorabilia things I have in my collection. But again, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again after a while.